So then the other ref's like, yeah, I wouldn't have done it, but yeah, he was being a dick, and like he got everybody involved, so I had to. And even the other coach was like, really? He's like, they've been taunting all day. When I couldn't say you're right, so I was like, well, no, he was taunting the bench, and he shouldn't do that. So red. And then the coach got a yellow too for
That's not a yellow.
taunting. Red.
Automatic. What's taunting?
Was taunting. Well, what he said to them, he was like, "What are you guys looking at me? You guys are bench players, and we're winning. You guys suck." I mean, it's pushing them, but it's not really taunting.
Yeah.
But it's still like then you get a like I told the coach. Then what? One of those players comes off the bench and comes and slide tackles him, right? Because now he was talking. Oh, it kind of makes sense, but a red. I was like, it's the rules. I have to give him a red. But it was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, you're always gonna have.
Team from Austin, and the other team was Kenny Creek. Oh, it was Kenny Creek.
Candy Creek
Like
in
Yeah.
the house.
The actual
Candy
high
Creek
school?
Kenny
representing.
Creek High School, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The team, see, Kenny Creek is a very, very aggressive, like super aggressive team. But the thing I hate about it is then they whine when they do it to them.
Bunch of whiners.
So I like, and because I know Kenny Creek, I talked to the coach before I talked to both of them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna let them play. I'm a ref that lets them play. I'm not gonna call a little foul. I'm gonna let them play, but if it gets too aggressive, I don't have an issue giving out cards. He's like, okay. He's like, well, you know me, just let me know before you're gonna give a yellow. I was like, I don't need to let you know. Like, just know that the yellow's coming because he knows his players are very, very aggressive for no
Yeah.
reason. Los más chiquitos son los más aggressive. They're pulling the shirt.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, but it's a good team. Y es lo que les pasó last year because they're so aggressive. They got too many yellows, and then they had players at the end of like the last 2-3 games they couldn't play because they had too many yellows, and then they didn't make it nowhere.
That sucks. That's a shame.
Are we live?
And we're back with another episode of Living the Dream with Luis and Ray. Now, it would be nice to check the audio, but we don't have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this and plug. And that should fix it just in case.
Cool.
All right, so with an episode, today's the new year, 2023, Jordan year. Have you heard that before?
Oh, I
The
just
Jordan year,
Michael Jordan, 23.
23.
Ah.
And it's been
Where'd you hear that?
at work.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Makes sense. But it also could be the LeBron year,
Nope.
23. No,
No.
not the same. It's different.
No, I don't know. What do you guys think is better, LeBron or Jordan?
It just depends what
Aspect
aspect
of the game.
of the game.
Well, I compare them by Space Jam movies. Who had
Ooh.
the better Space Jam movie?
Jordan,
Jordan
definitely
for
Jordan.
sure.
But
The
was
other
it
one was kind of it was good, but it was too
too much anime?
yeah.
Like they tried too much to push animation.
I've never felt the way I felt towards Jordan. I've never felt towards LeBron the way I felt towards Jordan. Like Jordan was this
Greek
god.
god,
Yeah.
where it was like the gates of heaven open, and there comes LeBron. I mean,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
But I mean, would that be because you were younger?
Could be. Yeah.
So he was, Space Jam when we were younger seemed cooler, and now I see some cartoons. I'm like, what the? Why was I laughing at this? Like, look at the animation. But as an adult, and then I understand some of the jokes too that go in there.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh damn,
We're
we were watching this.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes that I say, how did I not get this? Or
Right,
That's
like-
funny that I didn't. It's like watching a whole new show.
Mhm.
Correct. Because you see it from a different. And I was watching that with like the Chris Rock show when he was. Chris Rock did a show about him when he was younger.
Oh, that one's super like a play on racism.
Yeah, hard.
Huge.
hard.
Yeah.
So it's about his life as a child and how he was raised. And I was seeing the other day, I don't know if I shared it, but they had like 30 clips that today, if that show was to be out, people would burn down cities.
Everyone hates Chris.
Yeah.
That's
Everyone
a good
hates
show.
Chris. Yeah, it's a good show, but some of the things, I mean, if you
2010, right? 2010.
8 to
Yeah.
maybe 8. I think I was still
It's a
in high
really
school.
good show. I like that show
Yeah.
because it's
the truth.
comedy.
It's a,
It's comedy. Comedy is in our lives, and it's a representation of the truth in a lighthearted way.
You know, Chris Rock was one of my favorite comedians when I got to the U.S. Even though I didn't speak English, I didn't understand what he was saying, but just I guess his delivery.
correct. He's very.
It was just yeah.
Como dice? Like he uses a lot of whole body to share his.
His delivery is very good,
Yeah.
and his tone. He elevates his tone at the right time.
And it's high pitched. I mean, at
Yeah.
times.
So I guess as a kid, I was like,
Oh,
"Como
damn.
pendejo."
And
The
then
funniest movie. Well, that's not Chris. Who are we talking about?
Chris Rock.
Who are you talking about? Chris Brown,
No, Chris
the
Tucker.
beater. Oh, Chris
Oh,
Tucker.
Chris
Chris
Tucker.
Tucker's funny. That's Donkey. I always just remember him as Donkey from
Who?
Shrek.
Who played that?
Chris Tucker.
That's
right?
Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Tucker's the guy that
Yeah.
played in Rush Hour.
Yeah. Okay, Chris Rock is doing Donkey. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
always remember him as Donkey.
Yeah. Did you watch Eugenio Derbez version,
That was
Mm.
good too.
the Spanish version of Shrek?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. Well, Jimena keeps telling me that I need to watch Shrek in Spanish because it's like
Spanish, yeah.
way,
Yeah,
way
it's
funny.
hilarious.
Because it is like Mexicans playing the role,
Mm-hmm.
so the language is there.
So if it was,
Like, it's a good translation.
Yeah.
oh,
Like instead of in the morning we're making waffles,
mhm.
he says in the morning or en la mañana yo hago los tamales or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, okay. okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it then, definitely.
yeah. My kids watch it in Spanish and in English. They like both versions,
They have to like one better than the other.
right? I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah, do a poll and see what's up. So New Year, guys, how do y'all feel? What's changed? Anything different? Is it just another week? How
Well,
do y'all
this
see
week-
it?
Huh?
How do y'all see it when New Year changes?
It's my first week pumping propane at
Oh, that's
Cowboy
right.
Joes.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's pretty nice.
How's that going?
It's pretty cool. I got burnt yesterday pumping propane.
By the propane?
Huh?
How'd you get burned?
Well, I was putting propane in a cylinder, and it leaked a little. So you have to open it back up or close the valve and then close
So it
it.
can
But
bleed.
it's coming out. So
Right.
whenever I put it in, like my hand, it just got burnt.
So the propane itself can burn you.
Yeah. It's
Is it like a freezer burn, or is it
It's like a freezer
like a
burn.
nitrogen?
Oh.
Yeah, like propane's boiling point is negative 44 degrees.
Mm.
So basically, it's boiling all the time.
Boiling?
Boiling. It's boiling point. So
It's at its boiling point at all
it
times.
starts boiling at negative 44.
My brain is having trouble comprehending.
So propane is a liquid, and in order to be utilized, it has to be a gas.
Mhm.
Right.
In order for that gas to happen, there has to be enough, or for it to come out, there has to be enough pressure, so that liquid has to boil to be able to create that pressure and be able to use that gas, the
Mhm.
propane gas.
Okay.
So propane just naturally,
And pressure creates heat, and then therefore it
It's boiling.
it boils.
it boils.
And it's in a
at
gas
negative-
form.
Yeah.
And it's at a gas form the whole time.
By the time it reaches like the actual like
Connection.
any kind of connection, it's all basically, if this is the tank,
Mm-hmm.
you can only fill it up to 80% because of the pressure,
Right.
obviously. So all this fluid just is boiling all the time, and as soon as you put pressure,
Comes out
Yeah.
quick. Mm.
it's
Oh, so it's liquid inside.
liquid. Inside,
Liquid.
Yeah.
No wonder one was like, shake it. It's liquid.
But then it turns to gas,
Right.
which is
because
what
of the-
burned them.
Yeah.
And negative 44.
It's crazy. They put in Texas. I don't remember the city, but they put propane like whenever, like in the early 1900s, they put propane in the school, and at this point, there was no rules. It's odorless. Propane is odorless.
Right.
So this school full of propane. They used propane for everything, heating and cooking, everything.
Right.
So they don't smell anything. After a few days, the whole bottom is filled with just this leakage, and it's just filled with propane.
The whole bottom of what?
Of
The
the
floor?
school,
Yeah.
like the
Like the basement?
the basement. Yeah. What happens is, as soon as somebody comes in, I don't know what they did, but they sparked it. Boom!
The whole house.
The whole school. Yeah.
Dang.
Bunch of people died. Bunch of kids died. Teachers. It was like a whole chaos. Like the whole U.S. knew about it.
What year?
Early 1900s. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Dang. So
maybe
now they put that odor in there. Is that artificial odor?
Yeah, the egg smell, the
Yeah.
rotten egg smell is
Artificial.
the government. It's like basically a rule that it has to smell
That's crazy.
because it's odorless. It's
Right.
You
non-toxic.
wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know.
Like normal gas, you can smell it from a mile away.
What gas?
Normal
What?
gas.
Normal
Like
gas.
gasoline,
Oh
like
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah.
but this no smell thing.
no smell. Yeah,
Well, now you can smell it because of the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
regulation.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it a egg smell?
It's something.
It's-
something. Yeah.
It's like a dead smell.
Yeah.
It's meant like if you notice if there's ever a leakage in your propane cylinder, or if you have a tank,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be flies around it.
because they get confused too.
Yeah, they think it's a rotten. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a tank. I think we just get it from the city or wherever it comes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
natural.
you've left it on. Have you
Yeah.
ever left it?
Oh
me
yeah.
too. and it's like,
Even just like a few
Open the-
seconds.
open the windows. Open
Yeah,
the
a few
doors.
seconds. We're like, don't turn nothing on. Don't
think.
even
Yeah.
turn the TV on. Nothing. Cause any spark, adios.
Yeah.
Do you ever leave it on a little bit longer and then it's like it doesn't turn on and then it turns on and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
The other day, I have a big dog, a Beauceron.
Mhm.
It's about 100 pounds, maybe a little more. And I have a little house too. It's a little 1,300 square foot house. So this guy, I put some food next to the stove, and of course we have propane stove.
Right. Of course.
So he jumps on top, like not jumps, but like
Puts his paw. Yeah.
yeah, and he triggers the propane like thing. So it's, you just hear that.
Oh, to me that's the scariest.
Oh, yep. Never again putting food right next to the stove.
Or
Like,
anything,
that's
yeah.
all that area is now clean.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just popping the things out,
And
just in
figure
case.
What some of those have that safety where you have to push in or pull out and turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think one of them in my house that broke. So that one you just turn, and that's why I said the other day you heard it and we like what you can smell it. Oh shit, don't. But it was the broken one, so we don't use that one. We switch it to like the back match, so nobody uses it. But most of them like they have the either push or pull and then turn
Yeah.
for them to work.
Pretty sure this one you have to push it and then it turns. But
It's funny because we do it so much that you don't even notice.
I always check it though. It's a habit.
yeah.
Just-
Even if I go through every time like I run my hand through it, like just to make sure that they're
lined up.
lined up. Just out of habit, it's like
Well,
Yeah,
we're
that's
good.
good.
just even if I visually see it.
Do you guys have
The
those
OCD?
detectors?
The propane
Yeah.
detectors? No.
No.
I mean,
I have two of them. Well, I mean, it came with the house, but yeah, I was like,
okay.
what the heck is it for the longest? I just saw, and then I took a picture and I started Googling, and I was like, oh, these are good. These are here to
yeah.
protect
Yeah.
us just in case.
There's some of them that they have like the it's like if you break a window, it sounds the alarm too.
Oh, yeah. The glass breaks.
I was like, what
We
the
have
hell
those
is
at the
that?
stores.
Like in my house in Deerwood, you just opened the window. There's literally no alarm, no security.
Nothing. Don't need to.
That's the way you got home if you forgot your key after school.
And you knew what
Which window.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
window
there's
was
one.
gonna. There's always one.
Mine
figure
was
out.
always taped up with duct tape. That's the one.
Did you have the aluminum foil? on your-
No,
no?
I never
I did.
understood
Yeah.
that. Is that because of the light? Keep the heat out?
Yeah.
Keeps the heat
Is that-
out. Also, like if you have a window unit, you can put
Yeah,
Yeah.
around there. But is that true? Is that theory? Or is that like a? I feel like a lot of things that we do, it's like it comes down from our parents and our grandparents.
Oh yeah.
So it's like like right now with the in-laws with us, a lot of things is like don't walk around sin calcetines. You know, te
Yeah.
vas a enfermar. I'm like, nah, you're not.
Well, you're not gonna catch a virus, but you're still become more compromised.
Mm.
So you're compromising yourself by going out there in the cold. So if your body temperature drops by, I don't know the math to be
Yeah.
honest. If it drops by like
Some.
a 30-degree difference in between your clothes, like if your clothes are wet, or like you're if you become if you get cold, you some
You're
that
gonna-
shit can happen.
Yeah. So like that's why you don't. Do you go to sleep with your hair wet?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
eat?
really
Do you
bad.
eat? Do you shower after you eat?
No.
That's bad. Te
Yeah.
puede dar algo, no sé
What about
qué.
the sal? That's a new one to me. The sal.
I think it's superstitions. Superstitions.
Like
no?
if you're like, hey, can you pass me the sal and te la
Sure.
doy? You're like, no, put it down. I'm like, you're like
Oh,
put it down.
yeah.
And then-
Oh, those are superstitions.
but that's
Yeah.
but to them it's like law. It's like
Yeah.
law. Like there's no ifs and ors.
Really?
It's gonna.
It needs to happen that way.
It's gonna happen if you like. My daughter went to sleep when they first got here with her wet. Her hair wasn't soaking wet, but it was still moist. And then she told me, she's like, hey, my mom was saying that Alexis went to sleep. I was like, she's fine. She's like, yeah, no, but she's kind of worried. She's gonna wake up sick. I was like, nah, she's just.
That's not like far fetched. Like that's a safety. Because if you get cold at night and your hair's wet, you go like you can get hypothermia because your hair's wet and it's cold. Like it can happen. It's
No.
not like a terrible.
It's not
thing.
too far.
No, no.
fetched.
Yeah,
It's not
I
like-
think those superstitions come from
I mean,
a level of like not trial and error, but a level of like, oh, you see that a certain amount of times, and it's like, why don't we just try to avoid that?
Avoid that,
Because
yeah.
we've seen it.
What?
And we don't have proof, but we've just seen it several
Enough
times,
times.
and it's like, let's just avoid that.
well, even when we talked about it once, we were saying like, pues le pasó una vez a Doña Chela, so that means it's always gonna happen to everybody. With other things that like the werewolf thing too. You guys,
Oh yeah, I think Mexicans have a lot of not just Mexicans, but the ones that we know.
all of them.
And
Do you guys do the werewolf thing? Your parents, I'm sure, do.
I never really understood it, the werewolf thing. I thought it was some witchcraft thing, but
Even
The other-
Americans do it.
it kind of symbolizes your ¿qué dicen? Que te quita los males espíritus.
Yeah. Te
Takes
los
your
quita.
bad spirits.
Yeah. O cuando tienes algo malo, like que no te sientes bien,
It
te lo
goes-
hacen, and then they break it, and then if the egg is cooked,
Sale
or like-
todo verde, todo podrido.
oh no,
God,
it's either cooked
dude.
or raw. So if it's cooked, that means it had a lot of bad energy, and that bad energy cooked the egg. So when you broke it, and it's like almost an egg white or whatever, almost cooked, then it was bad.
Dang.
Yeah.
Have
So
you seen that?
well, her
So it
tia,
always comes out. Oh, you're good.
her tia
Always.
did it. So then I did a joke, and she did it. I don't know. I think her sister. And then I did it on the dog. I was like, oh, let me see the dog, make sure. And I was like, I actually put it on Facebook, and some people commented, and I was like, which one's the bad one? And they all picked the one that she did on the person. I was like, okay, maybe. But it was like people that I know. Then they're all
But could
Hispanic.
you see the difference?
I can barely, like, they were saying that if it's cooked and si tiene like burbujas, that means it's bad. But I was like, mine has some burbujas. They're like, but yours are not the same as these.
I like the scientific method, though.
Think so?
I mean,
Makes sense.
scientifically it makes sense, but
But it's like, what if
it's,
my like me?
proved-
I'm naturally always warm. I'm
It's like, I
naturally
like
always
the-
warm. So if you do it around me, it's
I
it's
like
gonna be
the
cooked.
ifs, thans. It's like if it has bubbles, and if it's cooked,
correct.
therefore
You are.
you were
You were cursed, but no longer cursed, and you can live your life
Who
now.
cursed you?
Solid.
Who cursed you?
But I saw, where did I see it? Somebody, the Kardashians or something they did the egg too, and I'm like, okay, this is starting to evolve into, we're bringing that into the United States and starting to.
Well, there is
If
a
you
lot
tell
of
me, if you tell me something about the Kardashians and they're
Oh.
them doing something, I automatically think, oh, they're taking advantage of this marketing genius thing,
También.
and they're gonna make a ton of money in this pinche huevo.
Mm,
Al rato
a
va a
lot
ser
of
el
people do
ojo.
that. A lot of people do that.
Oh,
They're-
el ojo.
well,
A lot. I've been seeing a lot of Anglo people.
They mainstream
El
certain things.
Kardashian ojo perfume. What?
True, coming soon. Dang. Well, they did that whole thing where, like, if you dated basketball players, if they dated a basketball players, they didn't win or they had a losing record the next year. And then that was like a thing for a while. Because whoever they dated out of the 78 guys that they each dated, most of them that were basketball players didn't win.
They dated 78.
I don't know. I'm guessing a lot.
Hey,
Well, out of all the basketball teams, only one wins.
so a lot of players lose.
That is true. That is true.
Good
That's
point.
crazy. Hey, Jesse, what happened to that guy at the NFL game? Oh yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Which one?
The guy that he had a cardiac arrest in the football game. That's crazy.
Do they know what
Yeah.
happened?
And he died twice.
Yeah, he did. Do you know what happened?
They're saying that based on the scientific thing, what? Uh-oh.
Died twice. What the fuck?
They had to
Jesus.
do CPR twice.
Who knows? What's the R word?
Resuscitate.
So that he died twice.
Resucitar.
What is dying?
Dying is when you cease to exist.
When there's lack of input.
What is a science term of?
Isn't that what just a human is?
Yeah, but there's no input then. If there's no input, then you're dead.
Yeah.
Input or output?
Humans are, well, the nervous system is basically mostly. Okay, let me rephrase that. Your human experience, mainly input.
Okay. Okay, I was thinking.
Everything is input.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking output, but input. So he stopped inputting twice.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, his heart
'Cause
stopped.
Because that's what scientifically is, right? Once the heart stops, and they're like, all right, he deceased at this time. He stopped.
I think they still, I'm not sure if they still do that, but I think you still have mental capacities even after your heart stops beating.
Is that why sometimes your
They-
body still moves?
I think that's why they
Reaction.
have to do CPR, because they can pump the blood into your brain and keep your brain alive.
So what dies first?
Well, your heart stops
First.
first because it's a big muscle.
And then the brain comes. So you think in the future, these things that we used to watch as kids where they have robots with a brain?
Yeah, if you could keep pumping some kind of blood into the brain, I don't see why not.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, maybe some AI.
That's where we need to get to.
You can already get another heart.
Yeah. Can't get another brain?
Parts of it, no? Maybe.
Back in the early
No, you can't.
50s, in China, un
course.
doctor le cambió a head of a what is it? What are they called? Apes? The closest.
I think I
Or
remember
chimp.
seeing
Chimp?
something like that.
A chimp.
Was it a chimp?
Usually it's a chimp.
Jamie, can you look this up real quick?
So he changed the head of one to another, and that chimp lived for 3 days. That was
yeah, I think I've heard
I
about.
think it kind of
that was like in the 50s. Imagine what can be done today.
nothing, sir, because animals have rights, and that's not okay. You almost believed me. Yes.
I think
stop.
we're gonna get to the point where we can create an artificial life, and then we can do whatever we want with it.
An artificial life and do it.
Yeah, even if it's virtually.
We or it can do whatever it wants with us.
They.
No, whoever.
Oh, sorry.
If I hear they, I'm walking out of here, man. I'm out of
So
here.
it's like if you create a super brain inside of a computer, right, and then you do all the formulas that it needs to create a body, and you're like, okay, let me just code this body into this other body and see how it. But we have to define what each of those values are, and right now we don't even know a lot of who we are as an organism. Like we don't know how certain things work. We think we know, but then it's like
We have an idea.
yeah, and then it breaks whenever something happens. It's like, oh, that's not right.
Like COVID.
Exactly.
COVID's not real.
Isn't that real?
No, it's not real.
Did you get vaccinated?
No.
Back
You
to the
seen this-
cardiac
did you
arrest.
see this
We need a
thing? Yeah.
vaccinated person here.
So I started seeing that
You are
people.
No, we need
We
somebody.
need one. You were.
We need somebody.
vaccinated?
Definitely. You were the first one.
I have a big old mancha.
I was gonna say he's gonna bring out the original. Oof.
That's the OG,
The OG.
the penny one.
That's the one that counts.
Desde Nuevo León.
The one.
Te pusieron un penny ahí bien quemado.
Why does it get like that? Just a reaction of the shots?
That's what I heard. That's why I asked my mom, and she said, no. I asked Google, one or the other.
Close.
It's like because of the vaccine, that's how they were.
No.
That's how they
I
were.
figured they just like, all right, next.
I
No,
don't, I
no
don't
te,
remember it.
reaction.
because
Yeah.
no te curaron, no nada, no te pusieron una curita.
Yeah.
They're just like, next. Vámonos.
What about my rides then? I didn't have rides then to get all those shots, huh?
True. We need to do something about that. Well, there's the people that don't vaccinate. I didn't vaccinate my kids on certain things as they got older. I just did the ones that the school required so they
Yeah.
can go to school.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's a whole
Other than
conspiracy theory of just vaccines in general.
Now they screwed that up so bad with COVID now. Like there's so much mistrust with like schools mandating certain vaccines. Now, as before, we would just comply.
it's just what we need.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is safe.
It's supposed to.
And now
It's the government. We trust them.
yeah. And now that everything that